It's time for Evanston Sports Live on MyLocalRadio.com and on the radio at KNYN 99.1 FM. Red Devil Sports are brought to you by Rocky Mountain Power, Ready, Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, Uinta County School District No. 1, Bear River Dental, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Western Wyoming Community College Evanston Campus, and Uinta BOCES No. 1, Mountain West Business Solutions, Evanston Regional Hospital, Cache Valley Visitors Bureau, Dr. McKay Frankham, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, Freeway Tire, Hoover Chiropractic, the Come On in Casper, and T7 Propane. Now let's head to the booth with the voice of the Evanston Red Devils, Elan Olliff.
Joining you from the side of the pool here at the Evanston Aquatic Center, it is time for the 2025 Evanston Boys Swimming Invite with Evanston, Rock Springs, Green River, Kemmer, and Lyman. Good morning, everybody. It's a great day to have a swimming broadcast. We don't get to do these very often, but when we do, it is such a treat, and I am so excited to be here. As always, we have great pre-performance, or pre-coverage for you, as we will have kind of a setup of what's going on, and then we will hear from Coach Kate Schmidt of the Evanston Red Devils. You're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Sports live on MyLocalRadio.com.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uinta County School District No. 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uinta County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts, with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Garters Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
And welcome back to Evanston Aquatic Center here at Davis Middle School. We got a great meet for you today. It's going to feature all the racing events. In the 200-yard medley relay, we'll have 2 heats. In the 200-yard freestyle, we'll have 3 heats. In the boys 200 IM, we will have 2 heats, 5 heats in the 50-yard freestyle. Then we'll have a 10-minute break, and then we'll pick things up with a 100-yard butterfly, 2 heats of that. 100-yard freestyle, we'll see 5 heats of that. The 500-yard freestyle will feature not 1, but 2 heats. So there are 10 young men brave enough to take on what I deem the loneliest event in all of sports, the 500-yard freestyle. We'll have 2 heats of the 200-yard freestyle relay, followed by 3 heats of the 100-yard backstroke. The 100-yard breaststroke will have 3 heats, and the 400-yard freestyle relay will feature 2 heats. We should be done before 1 o'clock as we look at how things are going here. And that's what it looks like here at the Aquatic Center here in Evanston at Davis Middle School. We'll be right back after this with a conversation with Evanston swim coach Kate Schmidt. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swimming live on MyLocalRadio.com on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse at what they've been searching for, the great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven at 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Here with Evanston boys swim coach Miss Kate Schmidt. Coach Schmidt, it's exciting every time we get to go do a swim meet. We'll be at the Evanston Invite on Saturday. Can you talk to us about the 2025 edition of the Evanston boys swim team?
Sure. We have one senior, which we lost a lot of seniors last year, so that was hard. But Draymond is a great senior. He's a good leader. So that's really nice to have. We have 3 juniors, and they have actually all qualified for state already. So that is awesome. Eldon Hoagman, Hiram Bell, and Jacob Olson have qualified for state. And then we have a big sophomore group, which is great. I love seeing them return. And they are close. Brady Schmidt is close. Michael Adams is close. We have a new sophomore actually that joined us this year who hasn't swam in high school. His name is Max Eisen, and he is a wonderful addition to our team. He's working really hard, and he's improving every single day. And then our freshmen, it's a big jump to high school swimming from middle school swimming, especially now that we're in 4A. It's an even bigger jump. But they come ready to work, and they are working very hard as well. So
I was going to ask you, what's it been like kind of jumping back up to 4A after being at 3A the last couple of years?
I love the 3A coaches. They are so nice, and we all just get along really well, and everything seems easy. It's a little bit different with 4A. We're one of the smallest 4A schools, so that makes it a little difficult. But our boys just keep working hard, and I think that we will have more qualifiers than we do now. Obviously, we only have 3 right now in swimming, but I don't see any reason why we can't have more qualifiers in swimming.
What are some events that you're looking forward to seeing this Saturday? Any state watches we should be keeping an eye on, I guess?
So Saturday, because it's our first home meet, the boys got to pick what events they wanted to swim. So I think that they've picked events that they really like and will go out hard in. So all of them actually should be really great races for our kids.
Awesome. You guys are going to be hosting Kemmer, Lyman, and then from the 4A, Rock Springs and Green River comes over. What does it do for you guys to kind of have like this combination of 3A and 4A teams coming to this invite?
You know, we always tell our kids that just because, you know, we're swimming against 3A teams does not mean anything. Those 3A schools are hard. They swim great. They have great swimmers. Just because their qualifying times are different doesn't mean that they still can't go out and beat us in a meet, right? So we always just tell the boys that they have to put forth their best effort, whether we're swimming against a 3A school or a 4A school.
One question I haven't gotten to ask really, and it just kind of dawned on me, and I'm surprised I haven't asked it, is Evanston considered more of a faster pool or a pool more on the slower side when it comes to those state times?
I don't know. It's mixed feelings with the boys.
Okay.
I think they like swimming at home. I don't know if I think some of them feel that they swim really great at Davis, and some of them feel like they don't. But like lots of the boys didn't like the Laramie pool. They don't like swimming in Laramie. I love swimming in Laramie. I think it's a great pool to swim in, and I think it's fast. They like Gillette. So I think it's really just personal preference. I think our pool is a good pool for our kids to qualify in.
Earlier, you touched on that there's only 1 senior, 3 juniors, so you guys are pretty young considering what happened last year. As a coaching staff, is that exciting for you guys to see the young classes where the numbers are at, so you guys have time to develop and get these kids used to competing at 4A swimming to see what happens in the future?
It is, and hopefully, like our sophomore class, it's nice to see all of our kids stick with it, right? They swam as freshmen, and being a freshman, it's hard. So it's nice to see all of those guys come back and be ready to swim again as sophomores, because they know the ropes a little bit more, and they know what we expect as coaches, and they know what to expect statewide as a swimmer. So that's really neat. So I hope that our freshmen will come back next year, and then we can just jump right in. And that's always nice to see.
You mentioned some of the juniors, of course, their names that we've known over the last couple of years, Eldon and Hiram and all them. Who are some of the sophomores and freshmen that we need to be keeping our eye out for the future?
I think that Michael Adams and Juan Segura and Brady Schmidt are 3 sophomores to keep your eye on. They've all started beating their times from last year and continuing to cut every meet. So I think that's great. Our freshmen, it's hard to say right now. They're still so new to high school swimming, but I think if they all stick with it, it will be fun to watch. Cash Quillinan is diving for us, and he's a freshman. So I would say keep your eye on him as a diver. So that's really good. It's nice to see a freshman coming in for diving. It's just dying across the state for boys especially. So it's nice that we had a new blood come in.
Before the Evanston invite, actually on Friday, so the day before, you guys are going to be at Green River. Of course, that's a pool you guys are very familiar with, against some teams you're very, very familiar with. Is there any type of mindset change that you have to trigger when you're swimming 2 meets 2 days in a row, but at completely different venues?
I don't think so. We swim lots of times, and like conference is a 2-day meet. So it's nice to do these 2-day meets, because it gets these boys ready for, okay, I'm doing 2 events here. Okay. And then the next day I turn around and I have to swim 2 more individual events plus 2 relays. And so it gets them ready. And we've been working them hard in practice with putting on some yards. So they should be ready. It should be no big deal. But this is the first back to, we swam in Green River Friday and Saturday right before break. So this isn't their first time doing a 2-day meet, which is nice.
Is this your guys' first competition since the break, or have you guys been able to get something in earlier in the
We did right before we came back to school. We went over to Kemmer and swam in a small meet over there. So they've gotten kind of back in the groove of things. With it being the end of the semester for all of these guys, that kind of wears on them too. So hopefully they can bring some energy on Friday and Saturday and celebrate the end of the semester with some good swimming.
Absolutely. That is Kate Schmidt. She is a coach for the Evanston boys swim team. Coach, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck. We're always excited to go do a swim meet and can't wait for this one on Saturday. Anything else before we wrap it up?
That's it. We love having you guys come to our swim meet, so thank you.
All right, it's time to get started with our first event, the 200-yard medley relay. In Heat 1, we have Green River in Lane 2. And by the way, the lanes go from left to right this time. Lane 2, Green River C. Lane 3, Green River B. No names mentioned, but Lane 4 will be Evanston A with Lucas Ibarra, Shannon Hengesteg, excuse me, and Cade Carson and Lance Bame. So that is how we will get started. Heat 1 of 2 here in the first event of the day. It's going to be backstroke to the butterfly, then to breaststroke, and then to freestyle. So get us started. Big thank you to Sydney Pay for providing the camera work for us today. Again, lanes left to right. Lane 2, Green River C. Lane 3, Green River B. And Lane 4, Evanston B. And the 2025 Evanston Boys Swimming Invite is underway. With an early lead, it is Green River C out of Lane 2 as they are going towards the wall. At the first touch, it's Green River, and Evanston. At the wall, stretching out the lead to about a body length, it is Green River C as They are moving very, very well here, getting ready to tag in their next leg. They should have a split time coming up shortly, and it is 31.14 for Green River C. In for the breaststroke part, as Evanston will now tag in Shannon Hengsteg. 37.97 to 41.25 the split for the latter two teams, and already heading home is Green River C in lane 2 here to wrap up their opening part of this swim. Their time in the lead, they have a split as they tag in the freestyler, or butterflyer, excuse me, with a 107.98 as the butterfly now takes off. Green River B with a 116.26, Evanston B with a split time of 1:23.54. Already heading to the wall to tag in the freestyler for Green River C. And it looks like Green River C is going to be taking this first heat of the 200-yard medley relay. Getting ready to tag in for Evanston is Lance Bame in the water right now. Freshman Cade Carson. By the way, the split for Green River B, 151.79, as Green River C will win this one fairly easily with a final time of 202.90. Second place will be Green River B as they're already coming towards the backstretch. In the water for Evanston B, it is Lance Bame, the freshman. As Green River B looking to put on the board as they come home. And chasing them down, those Lance Bame, the freshman, turning on the Jets. Time of 2:26.82 for Green River B, and for Evanston B, it'll be 2:31.44 as the first heat of the first event is in the books. Now brings up what we like to call the varsity heat, the final heat of this event in lane 1, going from left to right on your screen. Rock Springs A, Dallin Weiberg, Cohen Asper, Deegan Smith, and Soren Christensen. In lane 2, Kemmer A, Malachi Villarreal, Bowman Sandel, Thomas Simons, Jacob Platt. In lane 3, Lyman A, with Miles Taylor, Mason Imoni, Evan Bentley, Trey Buckner. Keep your eye on Mason Imoni, who will be coming out second for Lyman. In lane 4, it'll be Evanston A with Hiram Bell, Michael Adams, Max Eisen, and Jacob Olson. And in lane 5, Green River A, no names mentioned. And in lane 6, Kemmer B with KJ Walker, Jade Villarreal, Gabe Platt, and Charlie Lozier. Fastest seed time is Lyman by 0.2 of a second over Evanston. Could be a good one. And the varsity heat is underway here in the backstroke. Taking an early lead, it's Kemmer's Malachi Villarreal from Kemmer as he's already out there. Second place looks to be lane 3, Miles Taylor out of Lyman. Oh, but look at Evanston's Hiram Bell. He's pulled into second thanks to a great turn. At the wall, it is Kemmer with a 25.81. Evanston sits second, 27.13. Lyman in third, 28.73. But here is Lyman's Mason Imoni in the breaststroke. Already picked up Evanston's Michael Adams, but still in the lead. It is Kemmer. In the water, it is Bowman Sandel, the junior ranger. Kemmer with a good lead, but here comes Mason Imoni. But look at Michael Adams from Evanston over in lane 4. Still, it is Kemmer, Lyman, Evanston. Rock Springs trying to put a charge with Cohen Asper, but it is Kemmer with a 58.26, Lyman 59.53, Evanston third, 101.51. Right on their tails, though, it is Rock Springs as we go into the border butterfly portion of the race. Lyman, though, has gained the lead thanks to the great run by Evan Bentley, but still on his tails, it is Thomas Simons. Lyman in the lead by about half a body length as Lyman will get it over to Trey Buckner with a split time of 126.01. Kemmer 127.75. They have been beaten by Rock Springs by 0.5 of a second. Into the final leg for Lyman, it is Trey Buckner. For Kemmer, it is Jacob Platt, the junior, but Rock Springs has someone coming themselves with Soren Christensen. It's going to be Lyman 1. Rock Springs looks to be second. Evanston trying to make a move for third, but it's not going to be in time. So it is Lyman 1, Rock Springs 2. Evanston outtouches Kemmer by 4/100ths of a second for third place, according to the board. So Evanston will come through and pick up third place for the Red Devils as we move on to our first individual event of the day. It is the 200-yard freestyle 4A qualifying time, 2:04.92 as you see on your screen. 3A qualifying time, so that's what Kemmer and Lyman are looking for. It is 2:09.84. In Heat 1, we'll have in Lane 2, going from left to right, Lane 2, Wyatt Armstrong from Rock Springs, Caden Bruckner from Green River, and CJ Coleman in Lane 4 from Green River. As we are off to a flying start here in the Evanston Boys Swimming Invite. I haven't broadcast from this angle before, but I don't mind it. Also get to hang out with my good buddy Don Cogger now that I'm poolside. I've been let into the VIP room with all the other VIPs. Don Cogger, all the coaches. So again, in Lane 2 for Rock Springs, freshman Wyatt Armstrong. In Lane 3 for Green River, Caden Bruckner, freshman from Green River. And in Lane 4, junior from Green River, CJ Coleman. 200-yard freestyle. 4 laps, 8 links to the pool. And off to a good start, it is Bruckner from Green River. But with a strong stroke, Wyatt Armstrong from Rock Springs. So Bruckner and Armstrong, they're going to do battle at the wall. It is neck and neck. Couldn't really tell who that was there in that one. And right now, Bruckner and Armstrong are keeping up neck and neck. Armstrong might be stretching a little bit of a lead out. We'll see at the splits, and it is Armstrong 34.08 by 1/100th of a second. So Bruckner and Armstrong, they're going to keep up with each other as we're a quarter of a way through this race. And at the wall, it does look like Armstrong, but Bruckner is right there with him. This could be a strategic move here by Caden Bruckner to just keep up with Armstrong, and we may see a sprint at the very end, but Armstrong is starting to stretch that lead out. He's got half a body length and growing as he goes to the 150 mark, and it is Armstrong with a time of 1:12.73, Bruckner with a 1:14.31. So it went from 1/100th of a second to just under 2 seconds. CJ Coleman back in third with a 1:21.26. Armstrong starting to stretch that lead out a little bit more as they get going. This looks like the final lap. Coming in, it's Bruckner. He'll get ready to come in and start his final lap with a 1:56.9 as he's stretched the lead out. Wyatt Armstrong of Rock Springs here in Heat 1 of 3. Still in the lead, it's Armstrong, and he has got it to well over a body length. And as you can see, Bruckner back in second, and CJ Coleman in third. Bruckner bringing it home. Again, for Bruckner, he is a 4A swimmer. He needs to be under 2:04.92. Comes in with a seed time of 2:36.78, and he's going to beat that by a fair bit. How about a time at 2:28.49, so improves on his personal best. And in second place, it will be Bruckner with a 2:33.90. and he'll improve on his personal best by 3 seconds. Wyatt Armstrong, 2:55.03 is his personal best, and he looks like he has a chance to improve upon that as well. Keep going, CJ, and he will. 2:49, 7:0 for the junior out of Green River. That now sends us to our second of 3 heats. We've got a full pool here for you. In lane 1, it'll be the junior out of Rock Springs, Fernando Vejar. In lane 2, the senior from Evanston, Draymond Nebeker. In lane 3, the junior out of Kemmer, Bowman Sandel. In lane 4, the sophomore out of Evanston, Brady Schmidt. In lane 5, the sophomore out of Evanston, Juan Segura. In lane 6, the senior out of Kemmer, Thomas Simons. Fastest seed time belongs to Bowman Sandel, the junior, 2:20 flat, but just off by about a second, 0.89 to be exact. It is Brady Schmidt out of Evanston. Heat 2 of 3. And we're underway here. As putting it forward, it looks to be neck and neck, but maybe taking an early lead. Looks like Naaman Drebeker out of Evanston. It's maybe not, though. That looks like Schmidt to me. Brady Schmidt in lane 4, now with an early lead, as he is starting to pull ahead of everybody else. Keep your eye on lane 1, Fernando Vejar. He's starting to look very strong as well. At the first turn, it is Schmidt, Sandel, and then it looks like Nebeker in third. So that's your top 3 establishing, but Vejar starting to threaten Nebeker for third, but Schmidt, he has the early lead at the wall, headed towards the halfway point. Schmidt starting to pull away. So Evanston has a future big gun to keep your eye on. Brady Schmidt, the sophomore out of Evanston, stretching out his lead. Vejar is threatening to not just take third, but second, and it is Sandel Bowman in second and Nebeker in third. Right on their heels is Vejar in lane 1. Schmidt, though, pulling away as he's hitting the 175 mark, well ahead of everybody else. It's a battle for second place as Nebeker and Bowman are battling for second place. Vejar starting to fade a little bit. We'll see if he can pick up some steam coming down the backstretch. At the 150, it's Evanston in first, and it does look like Draymond Nebeker is going to be in second. No, by 0.2 of a second. It's Vejar who pulls into second, and Nebeker in third. Bowman out by 1/100th of a second. Still in the lead, though, it's Schmidt as he is coming home in that final lap. Draymond Nebeker, the senior at Evanston, pretty solidly in second place, but the day is going to belong to Brady Schmidt with a time of 2:14.29. That beats his previous personal best by 6 seconds, according to the seed. Nebeker comes in second with a 2:21.84, and Sandel Bowman, a Kemmer, in third with a 2:25.22. Fourth place is Vejar. Fifth place is Simon. Sixth place, Juan Segura. As now we get set for the final heat of the 200-yard freestyle. This is what we like to call the varsity heat. In lane 1, it's the sophomore out of Lyman, Miles Taylor. Lane 2, the senior out of Lyman, Odin Iyer. Lane 3, the senior out of Green River, Colin Gilmore. Lane 4, the sophomore out of Rock Springs, Noah Raborti. Lane 5, Reese Osborne, the sophomore out of Lyman. In lane 6, Carter Robinson, the freshman out of Lyman. Fastest seed time belongs to Colin Gilmore out of Green River, 1:52.12. And we're underway here in the varsity heat. And taking a lead early, it indeed is Colin Gilmore. So he's in first. Second place looks to be Odin Iyer out of Lyman. But also in conversation is Raborti from Rock Springs. But the two Eagles in lane 1 and 2, Miles Tate and Odin Iyer chasing down Gilmore. It is Gilmore 1, Iyer 2, Taylor 3. And Gilmore starting to stretch his lead out to body length, and the two Eagles are going to fight for second right now. It does look like Iyer has a bit of an advantage in second place as they get to the halfway point. Iyer actually starting to leave Taylor a little bit far behind, and Raborti starting to challenge Taylor for third. But it is still Colin Gilmore in the lead. And in second place, Odin Iyer. Third place, it is Noah Raborti by a second. So Raborti looking to win that battle for third. But Odin Iyer, with about a lap and a half remaining, has to turn on the jets if he's going to try to catch Colin Gilmore and keep the Green River Wolf from being victorious here at the Evanston Boys Swimming Invite. On his final lap, it is Gilmore. Iyer back by 6 seconds, so it's all but over as Gilmore just needs to continue to keep that steady pace. In third place is Raborti, who has put some distance between himself and the rest of the field. But the day will belong to Colin Gilmore. 152.12. That time is already eclipsed. And now he'll come in with a time of 156.58. And in second place, it looks to be Odin Iyer. So our top three is pretty well decided. Raborti will take third, as Iyer is second with a 2:04.25. And in third place, it is 2:08.08 for Noah Raborti out of Rock Springs. Coming in fourth place, it is Miles Taylor of Lyman. Fifth place is Carter Robinson of Lyman. Sixth place, Reese Osborne out of Lyman. As we move on to our next event, the 200-yard individual medley. 3A qualifying time is 2:33.75, 2:24 flat for 4A. Event, our lane heats 1 of 2, and we've got some pretty packed heats here today. Caden Dodson, the junior out of Green River in lane 2. Gabe Platt, the senior out of Kemmer in lane 3. Skylar Holsel, the junior out of Rock Springs. And Cade Carson, the freshman out of Evanston. As it looks like clock is still running now, they reset it. After this, we'll have that 50-yard freestyle, and then we'll take a 10-minute break to kind of reset things for the second half of the meet. We got 5 50-yard freestyle heats coming your way, but that's probably going to take about 3.5 minutes to get through. As you look at the average, all the times in the varsity heat, sub 25 seconds. As we're ready to go here in Heat 1 of 2 of the boys 200-yard individual medley. Caden Dodson in lane 2, Gabe Platt in lane 3, Skylar Hosel in lane 4, and Cade Carson from Evanston in lane 5. Green River in lane 1, Kemmer in lane 2, Rock Springs in lane 3. 2, 3, 4. Here we go, and we're underway. Butterfly for 50 yards, backstroke for 50 yards, breaststroke for 50 yards, and followed by freestyle for 50 yards. Taking an early lead, it is Caden Dodson, the junior out of Green River, in the butterfly portion. But the stroke where this one is more often than not won is the breaststroke, because breaststroke is such a specialized stroke. We'll see what kind of breaststroke Dodson has, and if it is strong enough to maybe hold off potential breaststroke specialists in this one. So in first place, it is Dodson. Second place is Platt. Hosel in third. Cade Carson in fourth. In the backstroke, it is still a lead by Caden Dodson, but breathing down his neck is Gabe Platt out of Kemmer. And he actually closes the gap on the turn, and he goes maybe into the lead. They're neck and neck, but also keep your eye on Skylar Holsel in the backstroke. Starting to surge ahead a little bit is the junior Caden Dodson out of Green River, and now we get to that ever-important breaststroke section of the race. Dodson, 112.13.98. A second behind is Platt. Third place is Holsel. And now into the breaststroke. And look at this. Taking the lead is Gabe Platt from Kemmer. We talked about how the breaststroke is usually the turning point in this race, and Gabe Platt is proving just that. But Dodson is keeping up neck and neck. This could very well go down to who is the stronger freestyler. And the turn in the breaststroke, also a very important part. If Platt can have a strong turn, which he does, that puts a body length behind him. And here's Skylar Hosel. He's got a strong breaststroke, and he is challenging Dodson for second. But now it is obvious that Gabe Platt will have the advantage going into the final 50. Platt with a time of 2:13. Dodson second. His time yet to come up, 4 seconds behind. He's actually only 0.03 of a second ahead of Skylar Hosel as we go into the freestyle. And stretching the lead, it is Gabe Platt. He took the lead in the breaststroke portion, and now he has held that advantage. He's got over a body length. He just has to hold it together, and the Kemmer Ranger will come home with the victory. Previous best time was 2:36.52. Battle for second, though, between Caden Dodson of Green River and Skylar Hosel of Rock Springs, but it is Dodson pulling ahead at the very last second. The time for Platt, 2:38.24. Second place is Dodson, 2:42.24. Third place is Hosel, 2:44.92, as Cade Carson from Evanston is wrapping things up right now. His previous best time, actually this is the first time he swum it. For Gabe Platt, he does not beat his personal best. For Skylar Hosel, he does by about 9 seconds, according to the seed time, as Cade Carson out of Evanston stops the clock with a 3:12.34. As now we go to the varsity heat. For this one, in lane 1, Porter Swinson out of Lyman. Lane 2, Mitchell Horn out of Green River. Lane 3, Mason Imoni out of Lyman. Lane 4, Hiram Bell out of Evanston. Lane 5, Deegan Smith out of Rock Springs. Lane 6, Michael Adams, the sophomore out of Evanston. Favorite is Mason Imoni by 7 seconds on the seed time, and that's no surprise, a very strong breaststroker, as we saw in Lyman's victory in the medley relay earlier today. So we get set here. And we're underway. And with an early start, looks to be lane 2. Mitchell Horn out of Green River, but keep your eye on lane 3, Mason Imoni, as those guys, the first 3 lanes, neck and neck. Porter Swinson, Mitchell Horn, Mason Imoni, but Imoni with a great turn. But what is happening over here in lane 5? Deegan Smith from Rock Springs putting on an early lead. And at the wall, it is Smith, 27.84, Imoni, 24.24, and Porter Swinson rounds out your top 3 into the backstroke. Imoni, though, clearly starting to turn on the jets here, and showing what he is capable of. The Lyman Eagle starting to surge ahead, and we haven't even gotten to the breaststroke yet, which we know he is very, very capable of doing. Imoni still in the lead, starting to build out a big lead. Still in second place, it is Deegan Smith. As we go to the wall, it is Imoni with a 1... Didn't show up. It didn't show up yet. On the split didn't show up, but Imoni already stretching out that lead in the breaststroke. And Mason Imoni looks to take it. Making a move right now is Porter Swinson of Lyman, looking for second place. Judging that Imoni's split didn't come through, there's a possibility we may not have the time, but Imoni is going to win this heat and this event for Lyman. The time for Mason Imoni, a 1:43.14 in first place, as he will go into the freestyle. And in second place, it looks to be a 3-horse race. Porter Swinson, Hiram Bell, and Mitchell Horn out of Green River. Imoni, though, no one's going to catch the sophomore out of Lyman. He was a freshman phenom, turned to a sophomore sensation, and the Eagles have the win with a time of 2:16.64. And second place looks to be Hiram Bell out of Evanston with a 2:22.75. Third place, Deegan Smith with a 2:25.26. Horn is fourth, Swinson is fifth, and Adams is sixth. That now sets the stage for the 50-yard freestyle. Qualifying time at 4A, 25.17, 26.25 in 3A. 5 heats coming your way here in the 50-yard freestyle. Lane 2 will be Green River's Arden Lamb. Lane 3, Charlie Lozier from Kemmer. Lane 4, Maddox Lewis out of Rock Springs. And here we go, down and back. It'll be a blinking of an eye as Arden Lamb out of Green River has the early lead. The turn and the start, so important in this event, and a great turn and a great start from Lamb. Trying to keep pace, though, is Charlie Lozier out of Kemmer, but it's not going to happen as Green River's Arden Lamb will take heat 1 with a time of 26.60. Kemmer, Charlie Lozier with a 33.21. Maddox Lewis with a 38.85. So that's heat 1 of 2. Now we get, heat 1 of 5. Now we get ready for 2 of 5. Denham Quesada from Green River in lane 1. Shannon Hengsteg from Evanston in lane 2. Lewis Ibarra from Evanston in lane 3. John Carson from Green River in lane 4. Ethan Visart from Rock Springs in lane 5. And William Hughes from Evanston in lane 6. Here we go. And with an early lead, it is lane 3's Luis Ibarra from Evanston as he'll get to the turn first. And now with the 50-yard freestyle, it's all about getting to that turn first and then hanging on. Here comes pressure from Evanston's Shannon Hengsteg. But it's going to be Ibarra taking it with a 28.07. Second place, Hensteg with a 29.72. And Evanston with a top 3. William Hughes with a 39.96. Fourth place is Visart. Fifth place is Quesada. And sixth place is Carson. So Evanston takes the top 3 spots in that heat as we move on to heat 3 of 5. Lanes going from left to right. Lane 1, Jade Villarreal. Lane 2, Landon Mess. Lane 3, Villarreal from Kemmer, Mess from Green River, AJ V's from Green River in lane 3, KJ Walker from Kemmer in lane 4, Tyler Ballard from Green River in lane 5, and Torin Olgeen, from Lyman in lane 6. And here we go. Again, all about the start and the turn. So far, start belongs to JD, Villarreal, and Kemmer. And then everybody closes it down. Who comes out of the turn the best? It looks like lane 3's AJ V's of Green River now into the lead as we have a challenge happening from the field at the wall. It is V's with a 28.61. Second place is Mess with a 27.04. Third place is Villarreal with a 37.32. Fourth place is Walker. Fifth place is Olguin. And sixth place, Ballard in Heat 3 of 5. Moving on to Heat 4 of 5. These are the guys that are just knocking on the door to get into that varsity heat. In lane 1, it'll be Lyman's Bricks Hooten. Lane 2, Kylan Clark out of Rock Springs. Lane 3, Soren Christensen out of Rock Springs. Lane 4, Logan Gary out of Green River. Lane 5, Max Eisen from Evanston. And lane 6, Murdoch Crowell from Green River. Again, lanes going left to right. Here we go. And a great start for lane 3, Soren Christensen out of Rock Springs, but his teammate, Kylan Clark, is going to challenge him as Clark turns on the jets, and at the wall, it's anybody's race. Coming out of the turn, very, very strong, is lane 5's Max Eisen, the sophomore out of Evanston, but taking over is Kylan Clark. It could be anybody's race, and the winner is Eisen, 21-1-3. Christensen is second from Rock Springs. Third is Logan Gary from Green River. Fourth, Kylan Clark. Fifth is Murdoch Crowell. And sixth, Bricks Hooten. The winning time, a 25.45 for Max Eisen. And now the final heat of the 50-yard freestyle. This is the varsity, the big boys. In lane 1, Andrew Naher from Green River. Lane 2, Trey Buckner from Lyman. Lane 3, Malachi Villarreal from Kemmer. Lane 4, Cohen Asper from Rock Springs. Lane 5, Ashton Hafner from Green River. Lane 6, Branson Buskell from Lyman. And away we go. Early, it is lane 4's Cohen Asper. Looks to have the lead, but this could be close. Again, it's at the wall, the turn. Who comes out of the turn strongest? And the answer is Asper, but challenging him is Sorensen. But here comes the field. Again, anyone's race, your answer to the question. It's Villarreal from Kemmer with the win with a 23.03. Asper second, Buckner third, Naher fourth, Hafner fifth, and Buskell sixth. So it's Villarreal, Asper, and Buckner, your top three. What a great race. And by the way, 23.08 for Kemmer's Villarreal. He's already qualified for state, but that is under state qualifying time. As now we will take a break to get ready for the second part. We'll be right back after this. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devils Swimming on MyLocalRadio.com, all part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Do you want to further your education? Are you thinking of attending college? You can start now here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach provides students with a low-cost alternative to leaving town. Western offers a variety of degrees including nursing, BAS, and our brand new cybersecurity, also offering a variety of certificate programs that can be completed all right here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach, we are your local community college.
In the past, when you needed a crown, it took multiple appointments and a mouthful of goop to create a mold of your teeth. Those days are gone. Bear River Dental has equipment that gets your crown done in one appointment.
So this is the scanner for our same-day crowns, and as you can see, we go through, we scan it, and then we're able to design exactly what your crown's going to look like, and then we send that to the mill, and it's going to cut it out. It's going to look just like it's shown on the screen.
The same-day crown machine builds your new crown for a perfect fit. Same-day crowns are one of the many services offered at Bear River Dental in Evanston. Call today to schedule an appointment.
There are three things you can always be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Let's stop into Mountain West Business Solutions to see what Randy and the team are up to today. Randy is printing out testimonials from satisfied customers. Let's see what some of them say.
Bar none, the best customer service in the industry.
Mountain West has been perfect for our business needs.
We simply could not survive as a business without Mountain West Business Solutions.
For all your equipment, printing, and software solution needs, Mountain West Business Solutions. 866-583-9925.
Welcome back to Evanston Aquatic Center here at the Davis Middle School. Whoops.
The Hall of Fame has been a big reason why.
Apologies. As right now we are, they did the diving earlier today, so right now we're just doing our reset break. Let's go ahead and recap what has happened so far in these events. So in the 200-yard medley relay, it was won by Lyman. Second place is Kemmer. Evanston took third. In the boys' 200-yard freestyle, Green River's Colin Gilmore wins with Lyman's Odin Air taking third and Noah Rabordi from Rock Springs taking third. In the boys' 200-yard individual medley, it was Mason Imoni out of Lyman taking first, Hiram Bell second, and Deegan Smith third. And in the 50-yard freestyle, it was Malachi Villarreal in a shootout over Asper Cohen of Rock Springs and Trey Buckner out of Lyman. A big win for the Kemmer Ranger. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get you set for more. You're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swimming, live on mylocalradio.com and KNYN.
All aboard the train station, the home of authentic American country, featuring modern outlaw country and southern rock. From the hard-hitting rebels to those soulful sounds, we've got the music that moves you. Tune in and stream live now at mylocalradio.com, the train station, where the real music plays.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome to another edition.
All aboard the train station, the home of authentic American country, featuring modern outlaw country and southern rock. From the hard-hitting rebels to those soulful sounds, we've got the music that moves you. Tune in and stream live now at mylocalradio.com, the train station, where the real music plays.
And we have about a few minutes until we get started. So until we get started, we have a great interview with Paul Baxter, who is got a great opportunity due to his work in and out of the classroom. So here is our Red Devil Spotlight. It, of course, is brought to you by our friends at Aspen Cinemas, as this is an unofficial kind of interview, just to kind of make sure we have something as we wait. But great interview with Paul Baxter, and here it is. Welcome to another edition of Aspen Cinema's Red Devil Spotlight, here with 2024 4A individual boys state champion golfer, Riker Lind. Riker, I think this was one of those things where, much like Brady Roberts winning state. Apologies, 1 second. We loaded up the wrong interview, so we will go ahead and get that one going right now. Welcome to another edition of Red Devil Spotlight, brought to you by Aspen Cinemas. We have a very special guest today. He's a senior at Evanston High School. He was a top runner for the cross-country team, also a member of the basketball team, Mr. Paul Baxter. And Paul, you have a really, really awesome thing that happened. Why don't you tell us about it?
So at the University of Alabama, I have earned a full ride scholarship by taking a test. And so I have the opportunity to do that, and potentially, based on how track goes, I could run there.
Wow, that's great. So you're off to Tuscaloosa, huh?
Yep.
That is awesome. So are you gonna be one of those 100% all behind the Crimson Tide type Alabama students?
Oh, definitely.
Are you already rooting for them?
Yep.
Nice. So tell me about how this process happened, because when you hear something like someone getting a full ride scholarship to Alabama, you know that that's not just as simple as, oh, I took a test and I got a really, really good score. There's probably a process, a lot of studying. It sounds like it was kind of was it a specialized test or was it a general type education test?
It was the PSAT, so preliminary SAT for juniors. And so you take the test and then they give you a national merit score. And based on that is whether you qualify to become a national merit semifinalist. And then you have to apply to become a finalist. And so it's a long process, but it's definitely worth it.
And the people at Alabama decided, hey, this kid from Evanston, Wyoming looks awesome. Let's go ahead and get him here in a few years.
Yep.
I understand that, so you're a senior this year, but you're going to be serving a mission as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I'm assuming the scholarship is being deferred, and you'll have that waiting for you right as soon as you come home from that.
Yep, that's the plan.
That's awesome. What do you plan on studying while you're at Alabama?
At Alabama, I would like to become either an aerospace engineer or a mechanical engineer.
Why are you narrowing it down to those two fields?
I've always been really gifted at math, and so I really like engineering and creating things, and so I decided to go engineering, and I checked out the fields, and I feel like creating things that fly and move like they do in mechanical and aerospace engineering is the way I want to go.
That sounds like you've got a lot of really fun things coming your way. So talk to us a little bit about, well, let's go ahead and kind of take a little bit of a detour, but last year you guys won state in cross country. This year you guys did well as well. Talk to me about what your experience was like running cross country and what the experience is like running track for the Red Devils here in Evanston.
Cross country is it's really special. The team it's more like a family than anything, and just working beside all those people, you create a relationship like I don't think you can in any other sport. Mm-hmm. So you're going through so much pain together. Yeah. It's a lot better that way. And I just feel like we always grow together. And then when we get to track, we all have that shared experience. And I feel like some of us are more faster runners, some of us more like 2 mile runners. Mm-hmm. And so we split up a bit, but we still all have that bond.
You're also on the basketball team as well, and you've been on the basketball team for quite a while. Talk to me about just kind of the friendships that you've built by being with those group of guys.
Yeah, I've been on a traveling team with these guys since 4th grade, and I've learned to respect these guys so much. They've been with me for so long, and we've gone through so much together, and just love those guys for that.
Absolutely. That is Paul Baxter, our special guest today here on Red Devil Spotlight. He's a senior at Evanston High School and future,
I guess I could say alumni of the University of Alabama. Roll Tide, right?
Yep.
I got one more question for you, Paul. Of course, this is brought to you by Aspen Cinema. So what's been your favorite movie, or what's a movie you're excited?
All right, we are ready to get started with our next event, the 100-yard fly. A big thank you to Paul Baxter for joining us on our Red Devil Spotlight. Again, that's brought to you by our friends at Aspen Cinemas. Check out their Real Rewards program with great perks up to 20% off concessions and free movies. That is up to, they've got 3 tiers for every level. Here we go in the 100-yard butterfly. 3 tiers for every budget, I should say. In lane 1, it is, sorry, looking at the wrong page of the heat sheet. It is AJ Vise from Green River in lane 2, Dallin Weiberg from Rock Springs in lane 3, and Emmett Walker from Lyman in lane 4. The favorite is Weiberg, and right now we've got ourselves a little bit of a race. At the wall, it is Weiberg with a 32.94, but right on his tails is both Walker and Vise within a half second of each other. Weiberg, though, starting to stretch out his lead here. Again, the qualifying time is 1:03.84. This is heat 1 of 2 here in the butterfly. We have not heard a team score yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. Hitting the wall and coming in is Weiberg, and now he is doing a great job coming home. In second place, AJ Vise of Green River, but Rock Springs' Dallin Weiberg about to take this heat. A big win for the senior as he will beat his personal best time by 3 seconds, 1:12.73. Second place is AJ Vise. Or excuse me, it's going to be Emmett Walker, my apologies, from Lyman, 1:22.04, beating his personal best by 10 seconds. And AJ Vise, or V's, excuse me, from Green River, he will stop the clock with a 1:34.59. So that is the first heat of this one. And now brings up the varsity heat here in the 100-yard butterfly. Lane 1, Dallin Owens of Green River. Lane 2, Aiden Neher of Green River. Lane 3, Evan Bentley of Lyman. Lane 5, Deegan Smith of Rock Springs. Or excuse me, Lane 4, Deegan Smith of Rock Springs. Lane 5, Sam Dotker from Green River. And Lane 6, the sophomore Max Eisen out of Evanston. Here we go. And coming out really, really strong, Evan Bentley with a great start. And at the wall, it's literally everybody, but pulling out into an early lead. It is Sam Doctor from Green River, but now you've got Aiden Neher at the halfway point. The leader is Bentley with a 27.17. Second place is Neher, and third place is Doctor from Green River. Coming towards the three-quarter mark, looking to have an early lead, it's Neher from Green River, but making a move is Bentley at the turn. This is going to be incredibly close. Bentley starting to take a lead, but here comes Neher. Neher now into the lead, and it looks like he's going to get the win. No, Bentley out-touches him. First place, Bentley, 1:20, 1:24. Second place, Neher, 1:54. Third place, Smith, 1:73. Fourth place is Owens. Fifth place is Doctor, and Eisen in seventh. So it's Bentley, Neher, and Smith in the varsity round. Literally 1 minute 0.24 to 1 minute 0.54. 0.3 of a second separating first and second. Now sets us up for the 100-yard freestyle. Qualifying time at 4A, 55.21. Qualifying time for 3A, 57.75. Heat 1 of 5 in lane 2 will be the freshman from Evanston, Cade Carson. Lane 2 freshman from Rock Springs, Maddox Lewis, and lane 4, freshman from Green River, Caden Bruckner. Favorite is Lewis by 6/100ths of a second. The big heat, the varsity as we like to call it, is going to feature some big names: Branson Buskell, Cohen Asper, Malachi Villarreal, who won the 50-yard freestyle, Jacob Olson, Trey Buckner, and Ashton Hafner coming up later on. Two laps of the pole here in the 100-yard freestyle. And taking an early lead looks to be Evanston's Cade Carson. Cade comes in with a seed time 2 seconds slower than the winner, but than the fastest seed time. But he's the first to the wall, but a great turn by Green River's Caden Bruckner. Bruckner now up by about half a body length. Coach Kate Schmidt on the side of the pool telling Cade to kick, but it is Bruckner with the lead with a 34.64, 0.3 of a second ahead, half a second ahead of Cade Carson, 33.16 to 34.64. Maddox Lewis third with a 38.60. Going to the halfway point, Carson trying to turn on the jets, but Bruckner still out in front as he goes into the final turn, and now it's going to be up to Cade Bruckner just to kind of hold it together to try to get the win in this heat. And indeed, that is what he is going to do. So Cade Bruckner stops the clock with a 109.24. Second place is Cade Carson, 114.02, improving his personal best. And Maddox Lewis is third with a 122.55. As we move on to heat number 2 in the 100-yard freestyle. 4 competitors. Lane 2, Jade Villarreal from Kemmer. Lane 3, Thomas Simons from Kemmer. Lane 4, Kyan Draper from Green River. And lane 5, Tyson Hussel from Rock Springs. And away we go. And in the first lane, it is Jade Villarreal with an early lead as he will get to the wall. But what a turn here by Thomas Simons out of Kemmer. And now he'll take the lead, but right on his tail is Kyan Draper from Green River. But Villarreal starting to pose a threat as well at the wall. It's going to be close, but it is Simons, 29.32. Less than a second ahead of Draper and Villarreal, respectively. Hussel in fourth. Starting to fall off is Draper, and Villarreal going after his teammate, Simons. At the wall, it is Simons and Draper, 1-2 for the backstretch. They are breathing, looking at each other. Simons sees Villarreal, but Villarreal starting to pour on the gas. Villarreal pulls into the lead late, and Villarreal takes it with a 101.58. Simon second, 101.62, and Draper with a 106.50. For Villarreal, that is an improvement of 4 seconds over his personal best, according to the heat sheet. Lane 3 coming up. It'll be heat 3 in lane 1. Freshman Lance Bame. Lane 2, Brooks Hooten out of Lyman. Lane 3, Jacob Platt from Kemmer. Lane 4, Kylan Clark out of Rock Springs. Lane 5, Landon Meese out of Green River. And lane 6, Evanston's Juan Segura. Well, looks like we had a fall in here for Rock Springs' Kylan Clark. I'm not going to call it a false start. Here we go. And early Keep your eye on Lance Bame, the freshman out of Evanston. He's pouring on something quick. As it looks, he's one of the first of the line, but the turn is going to be the decider. It's Kylan Clark out of Rock Springs starting to build up a lead, but Bame on the outside, hidden away from Clark. We'll see if he can sneak in. Right now, it is Clark at 26.93, Bame 27.70. In third place, it's Platt from Kemmer. But now, Bame putting on some pressure to Clark at the wall. Who's it going to be? I can't tell from this angle. And it's Bame and Clark neck and neck. Clark with a great turn, and that might be enough to put it away. Bame, though, holding on for second place despite a strong attempt from Jacob Platt in Kemmer. But in the winner, it's going to be close. It's Clark from Rock Springs with 58.07, 59.04. Lance Bame from Evanston in second, and third, Jacob Platt, 59.95. Fourth place is Hooten. Fifth place is Meese. Sixth place is Segura. Heat 4 of 5. In lane 1, it'll be Rock Springs Bennett Bonsall. Lane 2, Soren Christensen. Lane out of Rock Springs. Lane 3, Andrew Naher from Green River. Lane 4, Green River's Vance Lariski Adams. Lane 5, Porter Swinson from Lyman. And lane 6, Logan Gray from Green River. And here we go. And in lane 4, early lead for Vance Lariski Adams. The field starting to pour on some pace, and it is going to be a battle, but looks like between 3, 4, and 5. But now it's tightened up between 3 and 4. It's Nair versus Lariski Adams. Lariski Adams still in the lead early, as at the wall it's 26.05 over Nair's 26.12. Third place is Swinson out of Lyman. Nair and Lariski Adams still in a battle at the three-quarter mark, and it is Nair in the lead. With the turn, it's going to be very interesting here. Lariski Adams now into the lead. Naher, Lariski Adams. It's going to be Green River. The question is which one? Pulling in late, it is Naher, and he gets the win by 0.3 of a second over Lariski Adams. Third place is Porter Swinson, 55.53 for Naher, 55.83 for Adams. And Swinson third with 58.02. Fourth place is Christensen out of Rock Springs. Fifth place, Bonsall out of Rock Springs. And it went away before I could finish it, as now we go into our final heats of the 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, this is the varsity heat. The freshman, Branson Buskell in lane 1 out of Lyman. Cohen Asper, the junior out of Rock Springs in lane 2. Malachi Villarreal, the junior out of Kemmer in lane 3. Jacob Olson, the junior out of junior out of Evanston in lane 4. Trey Buckner, the sophomore out of Lyman in 5. Ashton Hafner, the senior out of Green River in lane 6. And early, keep your eye on lane 2. Asper Cohen out of Rock Springs. And first to the wall, it's tough to tell. Good turns from Olson and Buckner, but now starting to take the lead, Villarreal. At the wall, at the halfway point, it is Villarreal with Olson in second, and it looks like Buskell in third in lane 1. Villarreal and Olson are going to go neck and neck going into the wall. This second time, it's Real in first, Olson in second. Great turn by Jacob Olson. Things are starting to type up. Villarreal, though, holding it together. And Villarreal is going to get the win with a 50.35. Olson second with 59.1. Third place is Asper Cohen from Rock Springs with a 53.8. Fourth place is Ashton Hafner from Green River. Fifth place, Trey Buckner. Sixth place, Branson Buskell. So it is Villarreal, Olson, and Asper in the varsity heats. And now we move on to the 500-yard freestyle. 2 heats coming your way. In lane 2, it'll be Kemmer's freshman, KJ Walker. Lane 3's Kemmer's freshman, Charlie Lozier. Thank you. Lozier, excuse me. And lane 4, Green River's junior, Aiden Naher. 5:45.78 is the 4A qualifying time, but both, and that's only applying to Naher. 6:09.21, the 3A qualifying time. 20 lengths of the pool. It's often said that the pitcher's mound can be the loneliest spot in sports, but I would argue that this 500-yard freestyle is the loneliest spot in sports. It's just you in the pool where it's silent for 20 lengths of the pool. And we're underway, and what you're going to see is a lot of strategy, not a lot of strong starts. It's about who can kind of build up to that momentum and hold it there and just kind of find that the swimmer's version of runner's high first. Right now in the lead, it is Emmett Walker out of Lyman. Second place is, KJ Walker from Kemmer. Aiden Naher from Green River. And KJ Walker from Kemmer right now. Your top two. Again, 20 lengths of the pool. 20 lengths of the pool, 10 laps. You see on the other end, they have counters. Some of them like to count down. Some of them like to count up. That 17 means you got 17 left. That 3 you're seeing going into the water means you've completed 3. It all depends on what the swimmer wants and how their mind works. Personally, I did not swim this event, but if I did, I would want to count down instead of count up. As you see on the other end as our current leader, Aiden Naher has a teammate, puts 15 in there, letting him know there's 15 left, meaning you've completed a quarter of this race already. Naher putting up a big lead, and then this is one of those ones where you may see people get lapped. As Naher has a strong lead, and already it looks like he is going to probably take this heat as he's about to catch Charlie Lozier out of Kemmer. "13 lengths of the pool to go for Naher. It'll be 12 by the time he gets to the wall. And when they're on that final lap, when they touch that start wall for the last time, the official will, sometimes they'll ring a bell, sometimes they'll blow an air horn. Depends on the official. Naher about to hit the halfway portion of this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to shrink up the ads, put it in the top left corner so you can still enjoy the race, but while the conclusion of this first heat of the 500-yard freestyle. Right after this, you're tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Swimming live on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Healthy teeth and gums affect your overall health, including the mental image you have of yourself. That's just one reason that good dental care and hygiene habits should begin at a young age. Healthy teeth mean fewer sick days from school and higher self-esteem. We all want our children to be successful. Teaching them healthy dental habits at a young age with regular cleanings and dental checks is part of the answer. Dr. McKay Frankum serves patients of all ages. Call today and schedule dental appointments for your family. Dr. McKay Frankum, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today today and come on in.
Huh, 500-yard freestyle happening as a Naher in the lead with only a quarter of the race remaining. And now you can see him turning on the jets, as this is all about strategy. His strategy obviously was to go out, be consistent, put up a steady pace, and then turn on the jets in the final 100. As the air horn is going to be blowing in his ear, he only has to go down there to the end, come back to the wall, and then he's got his final lap. 3 more links to the pool left for Aiden Naher out of Green River. 5:14 is what the clock says. We'll see what his final time is, as there's the horn for Naher. You'll see on the other end his lap counter will show a red square. That means you're in the final one. It's time to go. See him shaking around. He's saying, go, go, go. And now Naher in his final 25 yards will take this first heat of the 500-yard freestyle. Stops the clock at 6 flat 9.5 for Aiden Naher. So 6 flat 9.5 for Aiden. He had no time coming into today. So not a bad way to get your first time. And right now they are going to be chasing him for a while, as in second place right now it's Lane 2's KJ Walker of Kemmer. And he's got a whole lap on Charlie Lozier. 2 freshmen still in the water, as there it is. You see the red on the board for Lozier, or for Walker, excuse me. As it goes in the water, they let him know it's time to go. And Lozier will finish third, but it's KJ Walker that'll take second with a time of 7:06.82. So a minute off the pace, and now Charlie Lozier still with 3 more lengths of the pool to go. This is heat 1 of 2 in the 500-yard freestyle relay. Then after this, we'll have 2 heats of the 200-yard freestyle relay. Sorry, this is heat 1 of 2 of the 500-yard freestyle. Then we'll have the 200-yard freestyle relay, 2 heats of that. We'll have 3 heats of the 100-yard backstroke, 3 heats of the 100-yard breaststroke, and then 2 heats of the 400-yard freestyle relay, as we are heading downhill towards the finish of the 2025 Evanston Boys Swimming Invites. On his final length, it's Charlie Lozier, the freshman out of Kemmer. Man, what a difficult race to swim in. Again, I believe it's the loneliest spot in all sports, just you, and you can't really hear the cheers when you're in the water like that. When you come up to breathe, you kind of get it a little bit. But he'll come into the finish and stop the clock with a 8:35.87. So a good first time for Charlie Lozier. Next up, we have our varsity heat of the 500-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Carter Robinson of Lyman. Lane 2, Odin Ayer of Lyman. Lane 3, Colin Gilmore of Green River. Lane 4, Noah Raborti from Rock Springs. Lane 5, Reese Osborne from Lyman. And lane 6, William Hughes of Evanston. 6 competitors, a full pool for this one. as we are underway here in the varsity heat. And a good start from Colin Gilmore out of Green River. Colin earlier today took the 200-yard freestyle, so definitely a freestyler we are seeing in the pool right now. But right there with him is Odin Ayer of Lyman. Odin took second in the 200-yard freestyle, so already we've seen these two go head-to-head as Gilmore has the early lead. In third place, it's Noah Raborti, the sophomore out of Rock Springs. Gilmore still in the lead. Ayer trying to keep in contact, so too is Raborti. Also applying some pressure over in lane 5, Reese Osborne out of Lyman. As your top four are beginning to establish themselves, it is Gilmore, Ayer, Raborti, and Osborne right now in the varsity heat of the 500-yard freestyle. Quarter of the way through for the field, nobody lapped yet, as doing a good job is Gilmore out in front. Ayer starting to fall off the pace a little bit, and we'll see if he can make up some ground as this race develops. Already 150 yards out of the way for Colin Gilmore. Gilmore comes in with a seed time of 5:06.27, so he's already qualified for state in this event. And Reese Osborne comes in with a 5:56.23. He is 9 seconds off the pace, so he is on state watch, especially if he can be in this top four. But Gilmore has completed 7 of the 20 links of the pool as he goes to the 200-yard mark. He has a split time of 2:05.61. And Gilmore already on the other end of the pool as he's starting to pick up the pace a little bit more. Gilmore about to the halfway point of this race, and he's got a good lead. We're going to go ahead and take a break. The ads will be shrunk up in the top left corner, and you can still enjoy the race. We'll be back with the finish of the 500-yard freestyle live on mylocalradio.com, brought to you by First Bank of Wyoming.
We know you're on the go, and that's why having the right financial partner is so important. At Trona Valley, we're here to make banking easy for you. Whether you prefer banking online or in person, we've got you covered. Manage your money anytime, anywhere with our digital banking services. Check balances, transfer funds, or pay bills. We also offer youth loans, scholarships, and so much more. Whatever your financial needs, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you. Visit us online at tronavalley.com or stop by to see us. Trona Valley, member NCUA.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane for all your propane needs.
And we are in the finish of our 500-yard freestyle relay, 500-yard freestyle. Colin Gilmore, the senior out of Green River, with a strong lead as it is all over the place as it comes to laps right now. Gilmore, though, when he hits the wall, he'll only be 75 yards away from the finish of this one. Looks like Odin Ayer still in second place. And in third place, it is lane 4's Noah Raborti. Gilmore about to lap his second place competitor, Ayer, as on his final lap, It is Colin Gilmore. Gilmore heading home for the finish. And Gilmore will win the varsity heat. The question is, what's the timeout? A 5:17.56 for Gilmore. And now the question is, who is going to be battling for second? I believe it's Odin Ayer in second right now. Yeah, it's Odin Ayer and Carter Robinson, I believe, on their final ones. So Ayer going to be in second place for this one. And Odin Ayer comes in with a time of 5:53.93. And in third place, we've got a little bit of a battle here, as Raborti looks to be your third place competitor, but a chase from Osborne, and it is Osborne in third place with a 6:10.68. Is that enough? Oh, just off the pace to get him into state. He needed a 6:09.21. In fourth place, it's Raborti with a 6:10.70. Fifth place is not decided yet. So your top four, Gilmore 5:17.56, Ayer with a 5:53.93, and Raborti literally less than 2 seconds off of the pace. Osborne less than 2 seconds off the pace to get into state with a 6:10.68. Noah Raborti fourth with a 6:10.70. Fifth place is Carter Robinson from Lyman, 6:50.47, and William Hughes on course right now. And he'll stop the clock with a 7:14.58. So that concludes the boys 500-yard freestyle. Now we go to the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. 2 heats, 4 legs, each of them down and back. So it is going to be fast and furious. In heat 1, lane 2 will be Green River B, no names listed. Lane 3, Evanston B. Cade Carson will lead things off. Shannon Hengsteg will be second. William Hughes, the freshman, will be third. And Luis Ibarra, the freshman, in the anchor leg. Lane 4 will be Rock Springs B. Tyson Halsell, the freshman, leads off. Maddox Lewis, the freshman, is second. Fernando Vejar, the junior, is third. And Wyatt Armstrong, the anchor leg. And Green River C, no names listed, in lane 5. Only team with a seed time is Evanston in lane 3. And here we go. Great start by Rock Springs' Tyson Halsell. But over in lane 5, Green River C taking an early lead. At the wall, it's going to be a battle between Green River and Rock Springs. But keep your eye on Green River B in lane 2. They're pouring on some speed. But it's Green River C out in front. But Green River B starting to pour it on. At the wall, first place is Green River B, 27.32, 28.16 for Green River C. Rock Springs B in fourth as Evanston brings in Shannon Hengstad. For Rock Springs B, it's Maddox Lewis. But still, Green River B stretching out the lead here. Green River 1, Green River 2 here in this one, as they will tag in their third legs. Evanston has overtaken Rock Springs for third thanks to the great swim by Shannon Hengstad. And now Maddox Lewis in Rock Springs. Evanston brings in William Hughes. Rock Springs will tag in Fernando Vejar. Still chasing down the Green River squads as Green River C will bring in their anchor leg to close this thing down. Or Green River B, rather. Green River C getting ready to go. But Evanston with William Hughes trying to close down the gap to second place. But keep your eye on Fernando Vejar in lane 4. Right now, the winner, though, it is Green River A. Or, excuse me, Green River B. They will be in the next heat. Green River C in second, Evanston B in third, as Green River A stops the clock with a 1:50.47. And now Green River C going to be right behind them. Evanston's going to get third place thanks to the great swim by by Wyatt Armstrong. Louis Ibarra of Evanston hangs on, and Wyatt Armstrong for Rock Springs is third. Evanston third with a 2:06.56. Green River C second with a 2:02.11 and 2:08.80 for Rock Springs B. All right, now we go into the final heat of the 200-yard freestyle relay. In lane 1, Lyman B with Emmett Walker, Brix Hooten, Torin Olgeen, and Carter Robinson. Lane 2, Lyman A with Trey Buckner, Branson Buskell, Odin Iyer, and Porter Swinson. Lane 3, Green River A, no names listed. Lane 4, Rock Springs A, Kylan Clark, Soren Christensen, Bennett Bonzel, and Noah Raborti. Lane 5, Evanston A, Jacob Olson, Juan Segura, Max Eisen, and Michael Adams. Lane 6, Kemmer A, Jade Villarreal, Gabe Platt, KJ Walker, and Charlie Lozier. Keep your eye on Kemmer A, especially in the beginning, with Villarreal and Gabe Platt. And off to an early lead, it is Green River A. At the wall, it's Green River A, Rock Springs A, 1-2. Evanston A doing a great job over in lane 5. Look at the move by Lyman in lane 2, Trey Buckner. And it is Lyman and Green River neck and neck. Lyman ahead by a 1/10 of a second. Lyman brings in Branson Buskell. No names listed for Green River. But it's Lyman versus Green River on one end of the pool. Great turn by Green River at the wall. Third place, it's Rock Springs. In the waters, Soren Christensen. At the wall at the halfway point, it is Lyman A by half a second, or Green River A, by half a second over Lyman A. Rock Springs in third, Evanston fourth, Kemmer in fifth. Still, Lyman and Rock Springs Green River going neck and neck. Odin Air in the water for the Eagles. The Wolves, though, stretch the lead out to a body length, as we just got splashed big time. Green River first going into the final leg. Lyman brings in Porter Swinson, currently in second. In third place, it is Rock Springs A, who sends in Noah Raborti. Evanston puts in Michael Adams. They're in fourth, but it looks like Green River is going to take the win here. Lyman will be second, as Green River stops clock 1:36.40. Lyman 1:41.31. Third place is Rock Springs 1:44.83. Fourth place is Evanston A with a 1:47.60. Fifth place will be Kemmer A with a 1:57.92. And in sixth place, Lyman B with a 1:59.97. As we have 3 more events remaining. It will be the 100-yard backstroke. 3 heats of that, qualifying time at 4A, 106.10, at 3A, 108.72. All 3 heats will have all 6 lanes filled. In lane 1 in heat 1, it'll be Green River's CJ Coleman. Lane 2, Wyatt Armstrong out of Rock Springs. Lane 3, Green River's Kyan Draper. Lane 4, Rock Springs, Fernando Vejar. Lane 5, Denim Quesada from Green River. And Lane 6, Green River's Arden Lamb. And underway here in Heat 1, backstroke, 100 yards, 2 laps, 4 lengths of the pool. Taking an early lead, Arden Lamb out of Green River, but lane 2's Wyatt Armstrong from Rock Springs starting to mount a charge. At the wall, it is Lamb out of Green River as he goes to the halfway point. Also with some speed over in lane 5, Denim Quesada from Green River as well. But Arden Lamb stretching out a huge lead over in lane 6. They may not catch him. In second place looks to be Wyatt Armstrong out of Rock Springs. But Lamb with a good lead here this afternoon. Well, not quite afternoon yet. We're only at 11:30. So this morning, as Lamb keeps pushing, keeps going, and he will stop the clock with a 109.33. And now the battle for second place heating up. It is lane 4. Fernando Vejar getting involved in the action against Wyatt Armstrong. And in second place, it is Armstrong with a 125.702 or a 0.18 seconds faster than Vejar, who is third with a 125.88. Fourth place is Quesada. Fifth place is Draper. And sixth place will be CJ Coleman out of Green River. Coleman stops the clock, 151.45. That's his first, Coleman, his first time. So a good start for him in the 100-yard backstroke. Here comes heat 2 of 3. Draven Nebeker from Evanston in lane 1. Brady Schmidt from Evanston in lane 2. Lance Bain from Evanston in lane 3. Caden Dodson from Green River in lane 4. Jacob Platt from Kemmer in lane 5. And Emmett Walker from Lyman in lane 6. Here we go. And with an early lead, it looks like lane 1, Nebeker, with a good start here for Evanston. But over in lane 3, Evanston's Lance Bain now in the lead. Schmidt also in the conversation. So too is Dodson out of Green River. But it does look to be Lance Bain, the freshman at Evanston, in the lead with a 33.16. Schmidt in second and Dodson in third. So Evanston 1-2, Green River 3. Bain stretching out the lead for the Red Devils. They have got a lot of great potential in the younger classes, this Evanston team, as Bain still in the lead and no one's going to catch him. Schmidt, his teammate, in second. But also challenging is Caden Dodson from Green River. Keep your eye on Jacob Platt from Kemmer as well. But the day belongs to Draven Nebeker, or Lance Bain, in first. Second place, by the way, 107.57, Lance Bain. Second place, Dodson, 113.35. Third place, Schmidt, 113.88. Fourth place, Platt. Fifth place, Nebeker. And sixth place, Emmett Walker. Now we go to the varsity heat. The 6 fastest here in the meet. Lane 1 will be Dallin Weiberg from Rock Springs. Lane 2, Sam Doctor from Green River. Lane 3, Evan Bentley from Lyman. Lane 4, Hiram Bell from Evanston. Lane 5, Miles Taylor from Lyman. And Lane 6, Vance Lariski Adams from Green River. Lance Bain, the freshman, he has opened some eyes today. Excited to see how his career continues with 2 great results in the JV heats. But here we are in the varsity heat. Here we go. And in the lead, it is Evan Bentley from Lyman. He is the favorite with the fastest seed time. Coming up, though, Sam Doctor from Green River, but it is Bentley in the lead at the first wall. Right on his heels, though, Hiram Bell of Evanston starting to pour something on as he will battle Doctor right now for second place. At the wall, it's Bentley in first, 28.09. Bell in second, 29.12. Doctor with a delayed touch in third. Great turn by Bell, and he's trying to get Bentley. Bentley still in the lead at the turn. Bell is right on his heels. If he has a great turn, he's in play, and he does. It's going to be Bentley in the lead as he takes the lead on a great turn. Going past Hiram Bell. The question is can he hang on to it? It's going to be Evanston or Lyman. Will it be the home team or the away team? And it is Hiram Bell with a 59.84. Bentley second with a 101.01. And Miles Taylor from Lyman third with a 104.16. Fourth is Doctor. Fifth is Lariski Adams, and sixth is Weiberg. So it's Bell, Bentley, and Miles Taylor. What a comeback and what a final turn by Hiram Bell, the junior at Evanston, with what might be one of the biggest wins for the Red Devils here today in the varsity heat of the 100-yard backstroke. Now we move on to the 100-yard breaststroke. 3 more heats coming your way. In heat 1, it'll be 3 competitors. Torin Olgin out of Lyman, Shannon Hengesteg from Evanston, and Lewis Ibarra from Evanston. By the way, it's Olgin in lane 2, Hengsteg in lane 3, Ibarra in lane 4. Hiram Bell with a brilliant turn at the 75-yard mark brings home the win for the Red Devils here in the 100-yard backstroke. Now in the breaststroke, it's all about timing with the stroke, getting your start right and the turn. Here we go. And early, it's Ibarra. Hengsteg, though, right there as well. And Olgin of Lyman. The top 3 right now, they're the 3 in the water, and they are doing a great job matching each other. At the wall, it looks to be Ibarra by maybe a nail. Great turn by Hengsteg, as that's going to put him in contention. But don't forget about Torin Olgin. He is starting to pour on some speed as we go towards the halfway point. Ibarra starting to fall off the pace a little bit. Needs to pick it up at the wall. He needs a great turn here. And it is Olgin in first by by 100th of a second over Hengsteg. Ibarra only about a second back. Ibarra with a great turn has put himself back in contention. But Hengsteg and Olgin are going neck and neck. No separation between these two. The seed time, nothing for Olgin. Hengsteg with a 139.80. Olgin just ahead of Hengsteg at the turn. And now Ibarra with a great turn, trying to turn on the Jets as they come home. But pulling ahead, it does look like Hengsteg. This could very well come down to the timing of the touch. Who makes the right decision at the wall could determine who wins this heat. Hengsteg has his eye on Olgin. As we go to the wall, it is Hengsteg, 136.24 over Olgin, 137 flat. Ibarra third with a 138.02. Heat 2 of 3 coming up for the 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, it'll be Ethan Visart out of Rock Springs. Lane 2, Murdoch Crowell from Green River. Lane 3, Bennett Bonzel from Rock Springs. Lane 4, Gabe Platt out of Kemmer. And Lane 5, Tyson Hosel out of Rock Springs. Remember, Gabe Platt won his heat in the 200-yard individual medley by taking the lead in the breaststroke. So keep your eye on lane 4 over there. Lane 3, Bennett Bonzel with a good start, but as expected, Platt puts himself in contention. Really quick strokes from Crowell. At the wall, it is Bonzel. Platt right there with him. Platt actually holding his turn longer than anyone else. But Bonzel with a body length. Crowell starting to apply some pressure as well. So your top 3, it is Bonzel, Platt, and Crowell. At the wall, it is Bonzel about a second and a half ahead of Crowell and Platt. Crowell actually ahead of Platt at the wall, but Bonzel looks to be taking this heat. Bonzel of Rock Springs still in the lead. Platt brings that lead down to a body length. Tries to set his eyes on Bonzel, but it might be running out of real estate as Bonzel's going to bring home the win, and he does with a 118.94. Second place is Platt, 122.65, and Crowell third with a 124.07. Fourth place is Holsel with a 128.68, and fifth place, Visart with a 132 flats. And now we are at the final individual event of the meet, the varsity heat of the 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Michael Adams from Evanston. Lane 2, Jacob Olson from Evanston. Lane 3, Mason Imoni from Lyman. Lane 4, Mitchell Horn from Green River. Lane 5, Dallin Owens from Green River. And lane 6, Skylar Holsel from Rock Springs. Mason Imoni, the favorite, with a seed time of 1:08.65, already qualifying for state. Again, 1:12.55 is what you need to be to qualify for state. Keep your eye on Dallin Owens for the 4A ranks, and 1:15.87 is what you need to be to qualify for state at 3A. No one in the 3A in this heat has not already qualified for state. Of course, that would be Mason Imoni, the sophomore out of Lyman. Here we go. Imoni, the sophomore in lane 3 with a great start. But challenging him early is Olson from Evanston, also Horn from Green River. Horn and Imoni neck and neck at the wall. It's going to come down to the turn if this is that close. Horn now pulls ahead of Imoni. Olson into third place, but also threatening is Owens over in lane 5 in that third place conversation. Now Imoni into the lead. He'll have it with a 32.26. Horn 32.72. Olson in third with a 34.43 at the split. Going towards the halfway mark, Imoni separating himself from the field to about a body length. If he has a great turn here, it could be all but over, as the sophomore does have a great turn, but also a great turn from Horn. But Imoni is just too strong. He's got too much of a lead coming into the finish. It's the sophomore, Mason Imoni, with a time of 1:08.80. Second place is Horn, 1:11.97. Olson is third, 1:14.04. Fourth is Owens. Fifth is Adams. Sixth is Hosel. So it is Imoni, Horn, and Olson, your top 3 in the breaststroke. And now there's one event remaining, and it is the 400-yard freestyle relay. 2 heats coming your way. In lane 2 will be Green River C, no names listed. Lane 3, Lyman B, with Miles Taylor, Reese Osborne, Brooks Hooten, and Torrin Olguin. Lane 4, Green River B, no names listed. So 2 Green River teams and 1 Lyman team here in Heat 1. 4 relay members, 100 yards for each member. So 4 links to the pool, 2 laps. And when we say a lap, we're talking a down and back. Here we go. And a good start for Lyman's Miles Taylor. But Green River B applying some pressure early, and it is Green River B and Lyman B. Neck and neck, great turn by Green River B. Might have them a little bit in the lead, but a swim from Taylor has him pulling ahead here. And at the wall, it is Taylor with a 28.02, 0.8 of a second, or 0.8 of a second faster than Green River B. Taylor trying to hang on to the lead and get Reese Osborne into the pool for the Eagles. Great turn by Green River B to keep up with Taylor and Lyman, but it looks like Lyman's going to have the lead as they will tag in Reese Osborne. They were up by 0.8 of a second last time. This time they're up by over a second. So Lyman growing the lead as Reese Osborne goes into the water. Osborne still extending that lead for Lyman B. Lyman B now up by over a second, almost a second and a half on top of Green River B. Great swim here by Reese Osborne as they get ready to tag in Brix Hooten, the 3rd member of this Lyman team. Lyman B still out in front, Green River B still threatening. At the wall, Hooten goes in, and Lyman B about a second back. Green River B about a second back. So that lead basically sustaining for Lyman as Hooten into the water. Green River B trying to catch Hooten, and they might have a chance. Great swim by the 3rd leg of Green River B. That lead is going to be down. It was a second at the entry, and now it is down to about 0.7 of a second, and a great turn by Green River B, but Hooten trying to hang on by about a head. At the wall, it's still Hooten, but Green River B with a great turn could take the lead, and it's tough to tell from this angle, but they might have. Now it is neck and neck, Hooten and Green River B. Lyman getting ready to bring in Torrin Olguin, Green River B, no name listed. And at the wall, it is Green River B by 0.3 of a second. Lyman B by 0.3 of a second. Lyman in the lead, but Green River B has overtaken them. Now stretching out the lead, the anchor for Green River B over Olguin. Green River C about to put their anchor leg in. And now the lead for Green River B, almost 4.5 seconds. Green River B with a great swim by the anchor. The other 3 did a great job keeping it close. And now the anchor is going to bring it home for Green River B in the penultimate heat of the day. He comes to the line, and he'll stop the clock for Green River B, 4:02.35 as they'll take the win. Olguin coming up in second with a time of 4:12.09. Green River C will be third as they still have another lap to go. I believe, based on what I'm hearing, That is CJ Coleman, the junior from Green River, in the water right now. CJ Coleman to wrap up this first before last heat of the 2025 Evanston Boys Swimming Invite. And Coleman stops the clock. 5:04.21. 5:04.21 for Green River B. All right, here is the varsity heat. Lane 1, Evanston A, Brady Schmidt, Draymond Nebeker, Lance Bame, and Hiram Bell. Lane 2, Kemmer A, Jacob Platt, Micah Villarreal, Sandal Bowman, and Thomas Simons. Lane 3 is Green River A, no names listed. Lane 4, Lyman A, Branson Buskell, Odin Air, Evan Bentley, Mason Imoni. And in Lane 5, Rock Springs A, Cohen Asper, Deegan Smith, Kylan Clark, and Noah Raborti. Fastest seed time belongs to Green River A, 3:38.48. Here we go. And with an early lead, it looks to be Branson Buskell from Lyman over in lane 4. But it is an absolute battle as Buskell pulls ahead by a body length over Green River A. In third place, it's too close to call for my eyes. Lyman Buskell, 25.99. Green River, 26.97. It's Rock Springs A in third place with Cohen Asper with a 29.30. Buskell still in the lead. Evanston, though, Brady Schmidt starting to enter the conversation for third. But it is Buskell, Branson Buskell from Lyman in the lead. Platt from Kemmer also keeping in touch. Lyman tags in Odin Air. Great swimmer for Lyman as the Wolves out of Green River come in third. But it's Lyman in third place. Malachi Villarreal. Air still in the lead for Lyman, being chased by Green River A. Again, no names listed. Villarreal from Kemmer. He's going after Green River, as it is about a 1.5 second separation between first and second. Lyman and Green River, Kemmer in third. Air trying to hang on to first place despite the charge from Green River. Here comes Villarreal at the wall. He could get over Green River with a great turn, and it's going to be close. It is a battle. Look at Villarreal from Kemmer. He might go over all of them. And he is in the lead, 156.3 as Kemmer brings in Sandal Bowman. Lyman brings in Evan Bentley. Green River A, no names listed. Bowman, he's at the wall, but it's neck and neck between Kemmer, Lyman, and Green River. Bentley now into the lead for the Eagles. Bowman in second place, but Green River hot on their heels. Bowman turning on the gas in lane 2. At the wall, it is Lyman 1, Kemmer 2, Green River 3. Fourth place, Evanston. Fourth place, Rock Springs. Fifth place, Evanston. Trying to pull away is Bentley. He's got the lead ahead of Green River A and Sandal Bowman. So it's Lyman, Green River, Kemmer right now. Here come the anchor legs. Here's Mason Imoni. Here's Green River A. And here is Thomas Simons of Kemmer. It's Imoni in the water for the Eagles. Green River trying to chase him down. And it's neck and neck between the Wolves and the Eagles. Imoni maybe with a little bit of a lead. But here comes Green River. They take the lead over Imoni. Imoni breathing, looking at Green River. At the wall, it's Green River by less than a second. Kemmer in third. Simon's not going to be able to hang on. So the Kemmer will be third. But right now it's Green River and Lyman battling it out in the final 25. What a turn by Imoni. This is going to be a great finish to the meet. Green River in the lead. Imoni trying to catch him. I don't think it's going to happen. Green River is going to take the win. Barely over Lyman. 142.09 to 142.06. So it's Green River and Lyman, your top two. Kemmer look to be third with Thomas Simons, as he'll stop the clock with a 156.13. Rock Springs fourth with a 157.36. Noah Raborti almost puts him on the podium, and Evanston will be fifth. So it is Green River, Lyman, Kemmer. Evanston will stop the clock with Hiram Bell with a 4:16.98. And that does it. And what an exciting and great finish to the 2025 Evanston Boys Swimming Invite. We'll wrap things up right after this. You're tuned in to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Sports live on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
When you want all the amenities, a wonderful restaurant, and clean, comfortable rooms in Evanston, stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Whether you're in town for high school sports, on a business trip, or traveling with the whole family, book your stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. It's a 5-star experience from the time you check in until you say goodbye till next time. The Best Western Dunmar Inn, supporting students and families in all their activities. Make your reservations today.
When you're thinking about buying or selling a home, commercial building, or property, one of the most important things to put on your list is a thorough property inspection by a certified master inspector. The same inspector that real estate professionals and lending institutions rely on. Enter Highline Property Inspections. Highline Property Inspections backs up their inspections with photo documentation showing you those hard-to-get-to locations above, in, and under your property. Begin your real estate transaction with a peace of mind provided by HighlinePropertyInspections.com. HighlinePropertyInspections.com.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
What a great morning for swimming here at the 2024 2025. I'm still in 2024 mode. I think you kind of get a grace period till February 15th. But what a great morning for swimming here at the 2025 Evanston Boys Swimming Invite at the Evanston Aquatic Center here at Davis Middle School. Let's run through our results, and then we will call it an afternoon here in Evanston. In the first event, the boys 200-yard medley relay, that was won by Lyman with a team featuring Miles Taylor, Mason Imoni. We're getting the team scores right now. Don, if you could listen, I can't really hear it very well. Looks like Kemmer's in fourth. Rock Springs is in third. Evanston is third. Lyman is second. Green River takes the team win here at the 2025 Evanston Boys Invite. So congratulations to the Wolves. Let's go back to our standings, our results rather. Lyman wins the boys 200-yard medley relay with the team featuring Miles Taylor, Mason Imoni, Evan Bentley, and Trey Buckner. Second place is Rock Springs A with Dallin Weiberg, Cohen Asper, Deegan Smith, and Soren Christensen. And third place is Evanston A with a team featuring Hiram Bell, Michael Adams, Max Eisen, and Jacob Olson. In the 200-yard freestyle, that was taken by Green River's Colin Gilmore. Second place is Lyman's Odin Air. Third place is Rock Springs' Noah Raborti. In the 200-yard individual medley, it is a win for Mason Imoni. Hiram Bell takes second, and Deegan Smith takes third. In the boys' 50-yard freestyle, it is Malachi Villarreal with the sprint win out of Kemmer. Second place is Cohen Asper out of Rock Springs. Third place is Trey Buckner out of Lyman. In the 100-yard butterfly, it's a win for Lyman's Evan Bentley. Second place is Aiden Naher. Fourth place, Deegan Smith from Rock Springs. In event number 7, the 100-yard freestyle, it's a win for Malachi Villarreal as he sweeps the sprint events, 100-yard freestyle and the 50-yard freestyle for the Ranger out of Kemmer. Second place is Jacob Olson out of Evanston, and third place is Cohen Asper out of Rock Springs. The 500-yard freestyle won by Colin Gilmore, as he'll take the 200-yard freestyle as well as the 500-yard freestyle. A good win for the Green River Wolves. Second place is Odin Ayer from Lyman. Third place is Reese Osborne out of Lyman, who only misses qualifying for state by a second. In the 200-yard freestyle relay, it's a win for Green River A, no names listed. Second place is Lyman A, Emmett Walker, Bricks Hooten. Or excuse me, Lyman A is Trey Buckner, Branson Buskell, Odin Ayer, and Porter Swenson. Third place is Rock Springs A, Kylan Clark, Soren Christensen, Bennett Bonzel, and Noah Raborti. In the 100-yard backstroke, it's probably the most exciting moment for Evanston Red Devil fans, as Hiram Bell trailing Evan Bentley going into the 75-yard mark, makes a brilliant turn at the 75-yard mark and takes the lead, hangs on to win the 100-yard backstroke for the junior from Evanston. Hiram Bell gets the win. Second place, Lyman's Evan Bentley. Third place, Lyman's Miles Taylor. In the 100-yard breaststroke, no surprise, the sophomore sensation Mason Imoni, with his second win of the day, wins the breaststroke. Going away, Mitchell Horn out of Green River is second, and third place is Evanston's Jacob Olson. In the final event of the day, the 400-yard freestyle relay, it was a showdown to the finish, and Green River A outtouches Lyman A. Green River A, no names listed. Lyman A, second place, Branson Buskell, Odin Ayer, Evan Bentley, Mason Imoni. Third place is Kemmer A with Jacob Platt, Malachi Villarreal, and Bowman Sandal, and Thomas Simons. That is your results from the 2025, of course, unofficial results from the 2025 Evanston Boys Swimming Invite. Thank you so much for joining us today. A big thank you to our producer back at the studio in downtown Evanston, Mr. Colton Bagley, our executive producer and owner, Val Cook, our sales manager, Matt Peachy, our IT director, Nate Himes, our sorry, lost my thought. Our sales associates, Julie Nelson, Julie Burley, and Sarah Pay, as well as the rest of the staff at My Local Radio Sports Network. We have Voice of the Valley, Mr. Anthony Colastuno, Voice of the Rich Rebels in Utah, Bradley Holmes, Rob Leifson, and Cullen Pace, Voice of the Voice of the Preston Indians in Idaho, Mr. Dan Hubbard, and Voice of the Westside Pirates in Idaho, Mr. Jace Andrews. I'm Elan Olliff saying we'll see you next time the ball flies, which will be right here on mylocalradio.com as well as on the radio at KNYN 99.1 FM. The red-hot Evanston boys basketball programs open up the conference season. It's a season we have waited years for against the Rock Springs Tigers, live from Red Devil Gymnasium. You know Kevin Callis is going to have the music pumping. You know everything is going to be just right. The student section is going to show up as the Red Devils welcome the Tigers, not just open up Red Devil Gymnasium, but the 2025 conference season. Pregame starts at 5:15. Tip-off for the girls at 6 o'clock, boys at 6:30. Live on mylocalradio.com and KNYN Thursday. We'll see you then. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you at Red Devil Gymnasium on Thursday night.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on mylocalradio.com.